Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to How to Create Healthy Daily Habits. So most of you, well, few of you I know, and a few of you I don't know. So welcome. Thanks for coming on the call tonight. My name is Noreen McDonald. I'm a naturopath and a bioresonance therapist. I've been in the wellness industry for about 20 years. And I have a huge passion for wanting to just spread the word of health to as many people as possible. So I wanted to do this talk tonight about how to create healthy daily habits in your life. I definitely find in clinic the biggest question that I get asked by people is, how do I become healthy? And there is no magic bullet, as we all know, but there is certainly things that you can do on a daily basis which create health within your body, your mind, and your spirit. And I think it's really important to remember those three levels, because sometimes we can sort of just get really focused on the body part. And I always say to people, look, if you can just follow some sort of loose kind of health regime for 30 to 40 days, then all of a sudden that actually has become your new habitual way of being. And that's when you will get the greatest changes in your health. It's, you know, I still am an advocate for detoxing, and we're going to do a talk about that next week, next Monday night. But that's great, but it's the things you do every single day which are going to make the biggest difference in your health. So that's what we're going to talk about today. By the way, I am not pretending to be an expert, so, you know, just take what you will from the talk and see if it applies, if you can apply some of the things to your life. So we're just going to get straight into it. So basically for me, what I do is and look, by the way, this is not the perfect day every single day, obviously. So I'm just giving myself an out clause there because on a good day, this is what I do. All right. So I wake up and the first thing I do is look at my vision board. So if you haven't got a vision board already, I'd like you to Google what a vision board is. We're going to do a separate talk on vision boards hopefully soon. But it just really gets me in the whole focus of where I want my life to go, what I want to spend my sort of time attracting into my life. And the second thing I do is deep breathing. So I'm going to teach you how to deep breathe properly. I'm also a yoga teacher. I'm not doing so much yoga teaching at the moment, but what I took away from my yoga teaching experience was that for me, yoga didn't turn so much into about doing the asanas and the postures. It really was focused on teaching people how to breathe correctly, and so many of us just don't. We shallow breathe because we're in flight or fight mode all day long, rush, 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 rush. And as probably most of you are busy, you might be mums, you might be running, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 businesses. You know what it's like, that rush. I can see Cindy folding washing, multitasking, as us women do. So I'm sure you can relate. So breathing, I'm just going to check out my bed in the background. Check out my body. No. What I want you to do is connect in with your torso, and I'm just going to move back. So I want you to imagine that you're going to divide your torso into thirds. So you're going to have a lower, a middle, and an upper third. And with the yogi breathing, this full body breathing, what I want you to do is I want you to put your hands, everyone do it. Cindy, put your washing down. Is put your hands on your lower belly, and as you inhale through your nose, you're going to inhale and make this part go out first. So like this. Up to the collarbones, and exhale through the nose. And do it again. And exhale through the nose. So you get my drift. Just keep practicing that. Once you've got that breathing, it's really allowing your belly to fully expand. And as women, this is a part of the body that so often we don't love. It goes without attention. In fact, it's usually the negative attention we send to this part of the body. So we suck our tummies in, and we've actually forgotten how to breathe and how to nurture ourselves. So the reason for this breath is that this deep, full body breathing, it actually clicks your nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your relaxation response. And when that relaxation response takes over, it changes our entire physiology of our bodies, which is just incredible. It changes your hormones, your neurotransmitters. It shunts blood into the internal organs, to the digestion. So it's really therapeutic for us to breathe like this. Okay, we want to be able to click out of that stress mode. And a simple way of doing it is deep breathing. Isn't that just amazing that that is in your power every single minute of the day to change your entire physiology? So I wake up and I do my deep breathing. Look, I'll be honest, I do it in bed because it's cold right now. In summer, I'll be bothered to get out and onto my yoga mat. But right now, I pull the duvet up and I just breathe. And just starting the morning with that full body breathing to just kind of come out of slumber. And you can say your affirmations at that time. So if you don't know what an affirmation is, it is a positive I am statement. So you can say, all of my cells are healthy and beautiful 100%, or, I'm going to completely and utterly embrace my day full of positivity, whatever those statements are. If you've got children, you've had a rough night, really good to say some mother I am statements so you don't wake up shitty. Because I've been there and done that. So waking up, full body breathing, affirmations, visualization is another tool that I do throw in there. And all of this takes it can take 2 minutes if that's all you've got. So sometimes I'll just visualize like a light coming through the crown of my head and coming through every single cell of my body. And at the same time as my deep breathing, I might be saying to myself, all of the cells in my body are 100% healthy. Okay, so you're healing yourself from the minute you wake up in the morning. The power of this, ladies, is it's astounding. We have the ability to heal ourselves, and that's how we want to start our day with, boom, okay, positive, radiant, breathing, parasympathetic nervous system. That's how we want to start our day. Okay, so you've done all that. Number 1, wake up. Number 2, your deep breathing, affirmation, visualization, etc. As you get out of bed, I'm a shower first in the morning person, but any time in the day you have your shower. A really good thing to do before your shower is to dry skin brush. So this is a skin brush. I think these are the best ones. I import them from America. It's called a Bernard Jensen skin brush. So natural bristles. And you're just going to start from your feet and you're going to rub up the legs. So always you're going towards the heart. And initially when you get a brush, you'll sort of be like, oh, shivers, that's a bit harsh on my skin. But after some time, you really do get used to it. So why do we skin brush? Because it sloughs off all the dead skin cells, but the lymphatic system sits just below the skin. So really this is what we're doing, is we're stimulating our lymph, going down the arms towards the heart and then getting into the back, giving a good scrub on your belly, anywhere that there might be cellulite, etc. Really important part of the day. This is one of the best things you can do to detoxify your body every single day. Okay, so if you don't have one, go get a skin brush, dry skin brush before your shower. Now it's cold in winter, so you just have to toughen up and deal with it. But it will warm you up. It's actually incredible how much it gets your circulation going as well, skin brushing. And in summer, I'll always end my shower with a nice cold burst. In winter, sorry, it's not going to happen. So that's my number, what did I say? Number 3 is dry skin brushing for me before my shower. And then I get out and I get dressed. Usually I'll do a bit of yoga if I have time. If not, straight into the morning routine, which for me is going down to the kitchen, 1/2 to 1 freshly squeezed lemon in warm water. Most of you are probably already doing that, but if you're not, it's such a fantastic way of detoxifying your body. It's the first thing you're putting into the body is something that's alkalizing. It helps to balance your entire body. It helps to detoxify your liver, and it stimulates your digestive system. And it tastes good. I really like it. If you don't have lemons, you can substitute with apple cider vinegar. I'm a lemon girl. I just love them. For those people that are wimpy, you can have a little bit of honey if you want, but I reckon just toughen up and get into the bitters, because that's the whole idea of having it. That's what stimulates the digestion, is anything bitter, and it stimulates the bile production. So warm water, lemon juice drink, fantastic. Then I'm straight into my breakfast. So the thing I really want to focus on in my day, another creating healthy daily habit tip, is focusing on whole foods. So whole foods really, it's, you know, all of you know what they are now, but just in case, it's anything that's grown really in nature. It's from an unprocessed source. It's fruits, vegetables, it's berries, it's unprocessed grains, it's herbs, it's the legumes, the nuts, the seeds. It's how we are meant to eat food, okay, in its unprocessed source. And all of you know, you walk through the shopping centre and it's absolutely covered, aisle to aisle, pretty much in packaged foods. So as much as possible, we want to make choices to go back to the original source of what food was and still is, and buying it in its unprocessed form. That's why I love a Thermomix. So I don't know if any of you have got one. It's a German-made machine. The reason I bought it, and they are really expensive, I'll be honest, is because I can buy everything in bulk in its unprocessed form, really. Like I buy big sacks of almonds. And in my Thermomix, I can make my own almond meal really, really quickly. I make my own almond milk. You can make your own almond butter. So you can buy things in their whole form and do what you want to do with them as you need them. And that keeps that beautiful freshness in the quality of the food. And it just means that, you know, let's say, for example, you buy LSA mix at the supermarket, linseed, sunflowers and almonds. I mean, who knows when that actually got processed and how much oxidation is actually has already happened in the packet before you actually put it into your body. So, as I said, as much as possible, whole foods. So going back to breakfast, for me, I'll be really honest, I am in quite a rush in the mornings to get out the door, because even though I've done all that stuff before I wake up, I'm not naturally a morning person. So I'm not the 5 a.m. club. Ruth and I were talking about this today, and I was like, oh my God, how do people get up at 5 a.m. when they don't have to, if a baby's not screaming you to wake up? So that's not me. So I like something quite convenient. For me, and for most of you, you know, we're fantastic advocates of the Juice Plus products. I absolutely love their complete shake, which is this one. This is the chocolate one. They've also got a vanilla one. Why do I like it? Because A, it's convenient. B, it's all plant-based. And C, for me, this is a superfood in a sachet. And the other thing is that Bo, my son who's 5, he really loves it. My husband loves it. So I'll just make up a big smoothie in the mornings. Again, with homemade almond milk, for example, my favourite combo of this is with some sort of berries, frozen berries, almond milk, and into this, even though it's packed full of superfoods already, I'll charge it up. So again, let's go back to the whole foods. I'll throw in whatever's fresh out of the garden. So at the moment, we've got tons of perpetual spinach. So in goes some spinach. And then I might chuck some Udos oil in, which is an omega-3, 6 and 9. I might throw a little bit of probiotic powder in. I might throw some chia seeds in. So again, we're going back to that whole food movement into the smoothie. And I just love it. So I'll drink that. And then straight away after that, I have my Juice Plus capsules, which, you know, most of you have already seen. We've got the veggie, the fruit and the berry. So why do I take these? Because of the fact that sometimes I don't eat my recommended daily allowance of fruits and vegetables, and everyone should be having kind of 7 to 13 servings a day. So for me, that is my health insurance. The way that Juice Plus is made is definitely my choice in terms of a replacement for a synthetic man-made multivitamin, because it's made from 30 plus varieties of fruits, vegetables and berries, which are grown to full maturity on the plant, pulped, dehydrated at a very low temperature, so all those amazing enzymes are still in the product, and put into a vegan capsule. For me, it's my health insurance. So straight after my complete, I have, and the whole family does, I have 2 veg, 2 berry, 2 fruit, and then I start my water, okay? So that's my other big tip for creating healthy daily habits, is start your water intake first thing in the morning. So if you've had your lemon juice with warm water, you've already got 1 glass in you. I have another glass. I'm pretty bad at swallowing capsules, so it takes me a whole glass to swallow those capsules. And then normally I'll have another glass. And I usually do warm water in winter, because cold things going into the body in winter from a Chinese medicine perspective isn't the greatest. And the other thing for me is I'll easily scull a glass of warm water, but in winter, cold water out of the tap or out of your filter, it doesn't do it for me. So, Bo is the same. He has a slightly different breakfast, but it's whole food based. Sometimes he'll have the smoothie, and he follows his up with obviously the soft chews, which we have for children, the veggie ones. He has 2 of these. He has 2 of these. He has his little Nordic Natural omega-3, 6 and 9 little balls, and he has a probiotic in his porridge. So again, all of us have had Juice Plus, a probiotic, some sort of omega-3, 6 and 9 essential fatty acid before we've even left the house, and a glass of water. So, I've got to say, when you have a complete smoothie and your Juice Plus capsules, and there's, like Ruth and I was saying, there's like 70 kind of superfoods floating around in your bloodstream available for all your cells to use before you've even gotten in your car, it is the best way to start the morning. So that is our habit now. That is what we do. And it's not hard. I don't feel like I'm popping pills all morning like I used to be honest. I don't need a digestive enzyme because I've had my lemon juice, right? So that's kind of our supplementation / food regime in the morning. Where was I up to? Hold on, I've lost my way. 4, 5, 6. We're going to water. So I go out and get into my day. The next thing I do, I want to talk about, is movement. So, I think it's really important to move. We know that every single day if we can. And I think you need to work out for yourselves what is the ideal time for you and what is the type of movement that suits you. Not what you think you should be doing, but what do you really love to do. There's such a big difference. And we're going to have Ruthie on the call. We're going to do an effective food and fitness call in a couple of Mondays, which I'd love all of you to join in, because Ruth's going to talk about the most effective ways to exercise, and I'm going to talk about food. But, from my perspective, it's about doing something that you love. So while you're doing it, you're actually loving doing it. Okay, sometimes, if you love working out, you're obviously getting to that rep where you're like, oh, I'm hating this, but that's not what I mean. You know that. So discover for yourself what it is that you love doing. So for me, it's yoga, it's mountain biking, it's walking in nature. And I do still go to the gym. I love going to spin class. So moving your body every day. I know it's hard when you have young kids, but I used to just put Bo in the pram and we just go. And most of you know my husband works away, fly in, fly out. And there was some mornings where I remember it'd be pouring with rain. We had a nutcase of a dog, bless his soul, Chi Dog, he's died now. But he had to be walked every single day. So there was no excuse, and it was actually fantastic because I didn't want to go, but I'd put the baby on my chest and I have my brolly and I have the crazy dog, and off we'd go. 10, 15 minutes, always came back feeling better. So movement every single day, that's so, so important. And again, why? Your endorphins, your state of being, your lymphatic system, your circulation. It's important for all of those things, and we need to remember that. And then water all day long. So, I just say to clients that come in, some of them are chronically dehydrated. A lot of them are, to be honest, and they're having lots of teas and lots of coffee. So I say to them, for every tea or coffee you have, as in caffeinated, you minus 2 glasses of water out of what you've had. I mean, I was really astounded when I heard that because they're diuretics. So they'd say, I'm good. I have like 5 cups of tea a day. I might have 2 glasses of water. I'm like, well, you're actually in deficit. So you need to seriously do something about that, because water is the most important thing. Those are the 2 things that I always focus on with clients: teach them how to breathe, teach them how to drink water, and then teach them how to eat whole foods and supplement with Juice Plus. The combination of those together is super powerful. You can seriously change people's health with that. Throw in a bit of movement and woo, we're onto a winning number. So purified, filtered water is really, really important. We want to take out the chlorine. Hopefully it doesn't get put through, but they're thinking about putting fluoride in our water in Nelson. Great. We want to take out the fluoride and just make it taste nice so that you want to drink it. And in winter, I understand it is really hard to keep the water intake up, but a little tip would be to have a thermos of warm water so that you're more likely to want to drink it because, again, it's warm. So, yeah, water all day. If you want to be really specific, they say, whoever they are, say that it should be 30 mils per kilo of body weight. So that's why they always round it to about 2 litres because let's say, 70 kilograms times 0.03 is 2 litres. So, I mean, I had a client the other day. He was 6'7", this ginormous man. I was half the size of him because I am not tall. And we worked out his per kilo body weight. He wasn't fat. He was tall. And he was meant to be drinking 3 litres a day, and he was doing half a litre. So, again, massive difference you can make in people's lives and your own and your hubby's with the water thing. The next thing I wanted to focus on was sunshine. So every single day, as much as possible, as soon as that sun is out, get into the sunshine, roll your sleeves up. If you're brave enough and it's warm enough, take your jersey off and just allow that vitamin D to come into your skin. So we need vitamin D in our bodies. It's really, really important for calcium absorption. Especially for older women, saying to them, look, you want to prevent osteoporosis, you want to make sure you're absorbing calcium, let's get you into the sun. Now, if you live in an environment where you don't see so much sun, you might need to supplement with vitamin D3, but that just depends where you live. Fortunately for me, being in Nelson, the sun comes out a lot. And, that's the thing, is just taking that into account. If you're working in an office, can you not take your lunch outside? You've got that fresh air. You can do a few minutes of that deep breathing, even 2 minutes, and get the vitamin D into you. And after you've done that, I tell you what, your work will be so much easier because you've had that break, just had that little snippet of just you time. So trying to put those little snippets of you time into the day is really important. And I know how hard it is when we're busy, but really it's an awareness thing, So even if you've got, like Cindy, she's folding the washing before. Let's say we weren't on this call and the kids are in bed and her head could be going, I've got to do this, this, and this. Or she could just start her full body breathing. And you can do it meditatively, you know the word, meditatively, where, the breath becomes the moment and the moment becomes the activity. So no matter what it is, it's mindfulness really. And the more we can incorporate that into our daily rhythm, the more centered and the more happy we become. Okay, so trying to find those snippets of you time. And look, sometimes if I've got a really crazy day, I have to block it out, like actually put into my schedule 15 minutes me time. Because do you notice how everybody else and everything else goes into your schedule first? All the to-do list is for everybody else, isn't it, normally? So where's the bit in the to-do list every day that's going to be about you? And we're talking about creating healthy daily habits. Let's talk about your house or your space. Is there a space in your house that you feel like is your space? It doesn't have to be big. It can be it could be an armchair with, a beautiful table with some fresh flowers, whatever you are into. But a place that you can go to have your you time is very important, especially for mums or busy women that we are. So put something inspirational up in your corner. Put your reminders up there. deep breathing, have your vision board there, have some candles, have, you know, your big thermos of water, and just start to try to remind yourself to go there every day at some point, even if it's 5 minutes. Now, Sue Ellen shared with me an amazing app, which is called Headspace. So, you know, check that out. Maybe, you know, you're into beautiful, relaxing music. Well, have that there. Okay, so putting these you time moments in, vitally important to create that healthy daily habit. Remember, you do something 30 to 40 days in a row, it's a habit. Okay, it's a new habit. You think about how you run your life at the moment, your daily routine, and the things that I've said so far. What can you incorporate out of that compared to what you're doing now? You know, what can you replace? How can you fit things in? And I guarantee you that after 30 to 40 days of just sort of loosely following it, you will start to notice big changes. I know that I definitely did when I started implementing some of these things. So water, we talked sunshine, talked movement, whole foods, we've done all that. The other thing for me in terms of, and just flicking back to the whole foods thing, is that, you know, my lunch choice generally now is a beautiful fresh salad, or, you know, I might have roasted veggies from the night before and I might make a salad out of it with some whole foods. So again, nuts and seeds, you're going to drizzle some good fats on it. You know, again, as many choices as possible from the whole food range rather than the processed range. Yeah, getting your kids into cooking with you is just the best gift that you can possibly give them. I know it's annoying because sometimes, you know, I just want to pump out whatever it is that I'm making for the school lunchbox on a Sunday. Like, oh, these bliss balls would be so much quicker if I just did it myself. But, you know, there's this amazing, I don't know, it's an amazing gift to be able to give your kids to teach them how to cook healthy. And you know, I have done that with Bo, and he knows why when he goes to school. Why does his lunchbox look different? You know, why does he? But he loves his bliss balls, and he's so proud of it because he's made them, even though all the other kids have got, you know, muesli bars and the wrappers and stuff like that. So again, you're introducing whole foods not only into your life but into your children's lives, and then they start impacting little friends of theirs as well, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, back to the whole foods thing. And then, you know, going through the day, you've done your water, you've had your moments. Mid-afternoon, you might have another super smoothie, or, you know, some bliss balls or nuts and seeds, or carrot sticks, celery sticks with some homemade hummus, lots of water, herbal tea, whatever. And then you're going to obviously going into the nighttime, coming home to create a beautiful dinner. Now, the other thing I think that is really important to create a healthy daily habit is community. So I think having some sort of community every single day really teaches us. We've gone away from, my parents are from Malaysia, so from the Asian tradition and the Maori tradition as well. You know, they had that extended family thing. So people were already living in the community. They'd come home and they'd have all these different people there to connect with. And we've kind of lost that. We're all quite segmented in our houses, aren't we? So community is really important. And even just for us, you know, it's only my husband and me and Bo sometimes in this big house, that the way that I bring the community into our family is that we always sit down and we have a meal together. And we try not to argue, which is sometimes hard with a 5-year-old, I have to say. Very frustrating to do that deep breathing thing. Oh, I'm a calm, graceful mother. That's a pretty big one in my repertoire of affirmations. But with the community thing, I say to Aaron, okay, we had to bring this rule in, as I just said to him, let's turn the Wi-Fi off between the hours of whatever and whatever works for your family, especially if you've got kids. Because I tell you what, they know if you're getting distracted by your mobile phone or your iPad. And I think it's important just to have that time with your community, whether it's just your nuclear family, to just be together and talk and do all the things that are really healthy for the family, and talk about your feelings. And we play this game, what was the best part of your day today, game over dinner. And we all talk about what was that best part. And it's really interesting to hear what the answers are. So that's the community part. I mean, the other thing for me that I plug into every day is my wider community. It's my Juice Plus community. We have such an amazing community of women, a few of them on this call tonight. This business, the Juice Plus business, has been the greatest gift to my life. I have to be completely honest about that. I'm surrounded by inspirational women who live their life according to health, but have a lot of fun doing it. So for me, having a job that now encompasses this, doing this for Juice Plus and as Wellness Warriors, we are so excited. I feel so blessed to have found that. So thank you. You know who you are on the call. That brighten my day every single day, make me feel happy and supported. And if you're new to the call and you're interested to know more about what our community actually does, this amazing bunch of women, we have got another call on tomorrow night, actually, which is on at 8 p.m. New Zealand time as well. It's called Plan B. I'm just going to share the screen with you to show you the flyer. Can you guys see that? So, yeah, there is a better way of living. Hear from people that have taken their health and their wealth into their own hands. Nothing in life will change unless we change it ourselves. Isn't that the truth? So we would love to share with any of you tomorrow night what it is that we do in this amazing community of women. There is men as well, but primarily we seem to have a lot of women in our specific community. So join on that call. I'll give you the Zoom code for that in case you wanted to write it down. It's 756-812-8096. So we would love to see you on the call. And please reach out to any other beautiful women that you know might want to hear about what it is that we're doing. This is what we do. We just teach people how to eat, how to exercise, how to be well, how to be better versions of themselves in every way, which is a pretty cool job. And my last thing that I would say that I like to do in a healthy daily habit is gratitude. So I think it's really important. It's great to have those vision boards and know where you want to go in life, but it's also really important, I think, to be in the present moment and have a part of the day. For me, it's when I get into bed at night time. I sort of just, again, deep breathing, just kind of downloading the day. And then I drop into my gratitude, which is where I drop into my heart center. And I really, really think about what it is that I'm so grateful for in my life or for my life in that day. And my husband and I sort of, I say to him, what are you grateful for? Or what were you grateful for today? Or on the bigger picture, and I do the same thing. And I think it's very important because we are all extremely blessed in the bigger picture of the wide world, in where we live, the fact that we are sitting in the comfort of our beautiful houses right now, warm, dry. We've all probably had a nice big meal tonight and we're able to connect in with each other. So really important for that thankfulness, I think, in life, so we never take anything for granted. So that pretty much is a wrap. And I did it in 35 minutes. So hopefully you've got something out of that. I do have a really nice, I'll just try and share it with you ladies so you can just see. And I'll have to thank Nat for this because it's actually Nat Bulldogs, but I'm sure she won't mind me sharing it. Let me just try and find it. Sorry, bear with me. Does anyone have any questions while I'm trying to find this thing? Oh, here it is. Just unmute yourself if you've got any questions. Thank you, Noreen. Hold on, where are we? I'll just share. Okay, so here it is. So can you ladies see that? Okay, so this is by my beautiful friend Nat Bulldog, who's just so lovingly shared this with me. And I'm sure she won't mind me sharing this with you. So if you wanted a copy of that, just get in contact with me via Facebook or Messenger. My Facebook page is Keeping Health Real. and I'm sure I can flick that through to you. So what I've done is I've just laminated mine, and I just stick it on the fridge, so that every day I've just got something that I can sort of just check in with. And, you know, the other thing is people come over to your house, your beautiful friends and your family, and they read it. Because, you're always looking at people's fridges, right? When you go over to their house, looking at the kids' art and the magnets. And when there's something like that, it is a total inspiration for the people that you love. They'll be like, oh, wow, what's this about? What are you doing? And then the ripple flows, right, through the community, which is what we want. So I'm just going to look at these chats. Super Mum Cindy, yes. Thank you, Noreen. I have to run. Thanks, Ruth. Thank you very much. I'm great friends with Kelly Milch. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Noreen. What was that Zoom again? So the Zoom code for tomorrow night was 756 812 8096. So if you get onto my Keeping Health Real Facebook page, you'll see the flyer. I'm just going to go and post it up there again now. But apart from that, everybody all good? I really hope that that's inspired you beautiful ladies to, you know, just drop in a few of these things, weave them into your daily routine, and let's all become way more balanced, because as women, we've got to put ourselves first. We really, really do. Okay, we're there to look after our families and our husbands and our kids. But if we don't put ourselves first, we'll come last. And if we come last, we can get sick. And if we get sick, we can't nurture anybody. We can't do our jobs properly. We can't be happy. So, yeah, okay. Thanks, ladies. Hope to see you on the call tomorrow night. And next Monday night, just to let you know, 8 p.m, same Zoom code as this. I'm going to be teaching people how to do a 3-day detox. So you might want to pop in for that. And then the following week, Ruth and I are doing effective food and fitness. And the following week, I'm doing how to boost your kids' health. And the following week, we're doing a women's event. So stay tuned. I love to see all your faces on here. It's pretty boring when there's nobody on. So thank you for your time. Have a good night, lovelies. Bye.